Now we're ready.
What up, Eddie?
Hey, Eddie.
Hi, Eddie.
I think Nick will start off.
Eddie's on mute. I think he's trying to tell.
Unmuting everybody just for fun for a few minutes, and then we'll get into it.
Oh, sure. You want me to like actually try to do things? Why do I want to do that?
You're the fucking host, so there's that. There's
That's
JD.
the pod, Nick.
Yeah, just unmute everybody.
They're all on their own
All right.
now.
What up, kids? How's everybody?
Hey,
Thanks for joining us. We don't know what we're doing. We just wanted to talk to Mac, really, and drink some beer. What's everybody drinking tonight? What we got?
what do we got, peoples?
The Martina.
What you got, Stephanie?
The mystery bottle. Nice.
Okay, how about you, John Madoy?
A rye on rye with maple syrup.
Nice. Mac, what you got?
Nice.
Jeez.
Mac, what you got?
MIPA, our New England style IPA that's a mead.
There we go.
Oh,
What do you guys drink down at Fringe? What's going on at Fringe? What are you guys drinking? I love it.
That's awesome.
Brian, what you drinking,
I
bud?
vote winter grind. When they answer, I say winter grind.
Barrel, the white chocolate bourbon barrel.
Okay, I see you, son. I got the same thing, dude.
That's
Yeah,
a good one.
cheers. Yeah.
One of y'all want to drive one of them over real quick?
Ronnie, what you drinking, bud?
we're going with Smittix right now, and Rachel has a logboat. Something.
Nice. And Nick,
Nice.
what you got?
Nigel, do you want me to kill these lights?
I killed off
It's
my
up to you. I mean, you
my
can
last
just
crowler
do
of
it.
Fringe Emerald Ale earlier today.
There we go.
Jason, I can hear you, but I can't see you. What are you drinking? I got nothing.
No.
Sam?
Oh my.
All right. Well, hey, I've got the Grains and Taps Gully Womp. And first off, guys, everybody raise a glass. Nigel's a grandpa.
Yes.
Cheers to Nigel.
Nigel.
Weird. That's weird.
That is weird.
So does this make you officially old?
That happened a long time ago.
Ask Mac. Mac, the lights behind you are even worse now.
You want those lights off?
No, just spin your camera. Just spin it.
Give me 1 sec.
Spin me right round, baby, right round. How's that?
Oh, no, that's terrible. I'm just gonna say it.
This is all I have to bring to the show. Nigel lets me push buttons and make bad humor.
That's
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it. You're right. We'll wait for Mac to come back since he's the actual guest. So there's that. But hey, thank you guys for showing up. I mean, we ain't got shit else to do. I know. Ryan, what do you think? Man? We're going to cancel school for the rest of the year. Crazy.
Yeah, it's all virtual learning now for the rest of the school year. So
Which I hear is not that great.
No.
No, it's a little weird. It's a little weird.
Yeah.
it depends on how you go about it and what you
Right.
do. It's not ideal and it's not perfect, but we try and make the best of it.
Right.
Addie's had the worst teacher
Much
in the
better,
district.
Mac. That's better. What up, Mark Brigman?
Oh, Mark Brickman, look at that.
Look at that fancy photo.
Look, I'm married to a teacher.
Forever, folks.
She was in tears with the announcement. So
Yeah, that. You know you're a professional Zoomer when you have a photo before your video pops up.
look at that. This man, Mark knows what he's doing.
The question is, can we change the backgrounds like we were a couple nights ago?
Well, I mean, you can. It's up to you.
Can my computer is not good enough to do that.
Well, I think the rule is you have to have like a solid background to do it. So
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
I don't have the right processor.
see, there you go.
Oh, look at that. Ooh, with the old Jumbotron. I like it.
Ooh.
Let's go.
Okay, wait.
It's me sitting
And
on a
then-
scooter behind me.
It's just that.
That's pretty good there, Mac.
My favorite trick is I go to John Bedoin's house here in this one.
You perfected that the other night.
I
told him-
he's not around and take
I
pictures.
told him that door behind me in 7.5
I
years
can't
of living here, I've never opened that door ever. And now
I can go. I'll check it out.
Ronnie will get up occasionally and just
I'm gonna
there you
go
go.
look at it now.
Go ahead and open the door.
I don't even know what's going on around here.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm still trying to figure out my screen. It's not working, so I guess we have to have just me tonight.
Yeah. All right, you ready to go, Nick?
Let's do it.
All right, you can
Kitchen.
mute everybody except me, you, and Matt. You guys are gonna have to listen to us dribble here for a minute.
Blah blah blah.
But, you know, anyway,
Hold
everybody
on.
knows. Well, there we go. There we go. Everybody knows who Mac is, obviously, one of the owners of Diametric. Today, his team name is Terry Ferguson. So there's that. Go ahead and mute Sam while you're at it there, Nick. Thank you. There we go. Now we're doing it. So we just want to get on here and, you know, give a shout out to Diametric and just do one of these, you know, live for the hell of it, because we ain't got shit else to do. Like we do with all our guests, Mac, we appreciate you coming on, brother.
Say that again, brother.
We appreciate you coming on.
Oh, absolutely.
One of the first things we ask everybody is, if you go back into the, I was going to say annals, but the annals of time. That was weird.
Wow. You know, it
Got weird really quick, didn't it?
usually takes us about 10 minutes before we get that weird, but
Yeah.
you're a little early today.
Nick, Terry Ferguson, what do you think your first craft beer was?
My first craft beer that I ever drank,
Yeah.
Boulevard Pale Ale.
And how old were you then?
I was definitely,
Now comes the confession.
I was definitely 21.
You were actually 21. Okay. I didn't think so.
No, I was allowed to mow the yard, and I grew up on 3 acres, so there were 4 cup holders, and I was allowed to put a beer in each cup holder as long as I never left the house after that for the day.
Oh, did your parents gave it to you?
No.
Wow.
So, okay. So
I think he's going to win the award for his parents were cooler than mine, which isn't hard, but.
Parents are good people.
no, I love his parents. His dad's awesome. His mom's awesome too. So that was your first craft beer. So at what point did you decide you were going to be a brewer, a home brewer? When did that start?
Years ago. I don't even know at this point. Many a year ago. Many a moon. Basically, Adam Nichols gave me a shout. I used to go over and watch soccer early in the mornings, English Premier League, over at his place, and said, "Hey, I'm going to brew a beer. You want in?" Sure, why not? Jumped in with him, and then after 3 batches with him, built an electrically controlled system and went from there.
And you were, how old did you think back then? Because I don't know how old you are now, but.
I'm 29 now. Years ago. I'd have to scroll through the Facebooks. 5 years ago, maybe? I don't know. 6 years ago? I don't know.
Oh, they're that recent.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I've known you for 5 years, ZZ Hops and all.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Sweet. So
Tell us a little bit about that path from your home brewer, you're playing around with the ZZ Hops guys, and then, I'm going to try to make money off this.
So I started home brewing. Adam had a child very shortly after, so his time got consumed a little bit. And so obviously I kind of had to branch out on my own, do my own thing. Devin and I have been friends for 20 years now. And he'd actually brewed quite a bit. So we got together, started brewing together in my neighborhood. And one of my neighbors walked down and actually also was a home brewer, and started drinking beers with him, having a good time. And he said, "Hey, you got to check this group out." It was ZZ Hops. And I said, "All right." So I rode with him out to a meeting at Lottawanna Sportsman Club, and was hooked, joined ZZ Hops the next meeting, and been doing everything since.
What is it that you didn't expect when you went to pro brewing? What shocked you in the process?
The red tape is a big one. And I mean, just the process of everything, the time it takes to do everything, the paperwork followed up. I mean, most people have the joke that owning a brewery is 90% brewing, 9% paperwork, and 1% beer. And I would agree with that pretty solid. And yeah, I mean, just not, the process is fairly, obviously it's the same process. It's obviously a lot different with a lot bigger stuff, but the general concept's the same. So nothing really shocked me too much there. That was a pretty quick adaptation and learning curve. But the paperwork side of it, man, it just never slows down or stops.
Hey, Bree Burrows, good to see you, girl. Hey, Matt, So those days we'd come to your house, you had the taps coming out of your wall.
Yep.
Were you thinking about going pro then, or were you just still kind of just, I'm going to do this at my house?
Every home brewer has that thought. It's kind of like every guy has or everyone has that thought of, we should join a band and we're going to tour the world. Most people don't. With the brewing thing, it was kind of the same thing where Devin and I started on the back of a truck bed, and it gave us, I mean, it was basically the same essential as golf, where it just gave us an excuse to get up early in the morning and drink while we did something. And so we kind of moved forward with it from there. And then we had a pretty key player in the craft beer industry actually talk to us at a festival and told us we really ought to take it a little bit more seriously in the sense of get a little bit more, I guess, professional, give it a better effort than just brewing outside on the back of a truck bed. So we built a room in the basement of the house and started going from there with it, plumbed in sink, did all that kind of fun stuff. So, yeah, I mean, as a home brewer back in the day, there was always that pipe dream of, yeah, this would be really cool. And the reality just started kind of coming to fruition over time.
So it's almost been 2 years. Almost. What was it like? I remember that day when you first opened. What was that like for you guys?
Overwhelming. The other way I would phrase it is hell on earth in the best way possible. I mean, no matter what, every brewery goes through that. Hey, we're going to open a brewery. We've got a timeline. We've got this. And the reality is everyone needs to know two things about opening a brewery. Double your budget, double your timeline. Basically, our budget, we opened the drawer that morning on opening day with every dollar of cash we had left, hoping that it would be a success. We had, I don't know, we had no expectations. And then, of course, our flight racks, the order that we had initially got canceled on us, so we didn't have flight boards. So we were literally just handing 4 tasters to people, which was pretty awful. We opened the door with
I don't think any of us minded, man.
We opened the door with 11 beers on tap, which was, as another fellow brewer that I consider a mentor called it, ballsy, stupid but ballsy, but we did. And then just, yeah, overwhelming. You had people, all of us, none of us had ever had any bar experience whatsoever. So bartending was god awful that day. Everything from that to still trying to learn our point of sale. I mean, we had our Wi-Fi password for the guest network is 2018-0721. That literally is the day we got internet, which was 1 week before we actually opened our doors. Nice. So we had very little time to crash through and really know what we were doing. Our point of sale was set up in a way that was just awful for how it was organized. And that was, again, kind of the Braille method of having to go through and figure out what we were doing on the fly, kind of crashing through.
So kind of fast forwarding to the year anniversary. From day one to that, were you surprised at the reception? I mean, it feels like to me you guys really went gangbusters from day one. Were you guys surprised at all?
That's tough. I feel like we definitely have a good following. I feel like we have a good, very core group of locals and regulars that really keep us, grounded. And then we also have a lot of people that like to come out and try us out, which is really awesome, and we do appreciate that. Then going one step, hi Mandy, it's nice to see you creeping in the background there. And then the 1 year, man, I think the hardest part was literally locking the door and watching people line up and having to tell all of our friends and everyone who was here to support us before we even opened, we aren't open yet. We're not going to let anyone in yet. And we looked at the line at about 11:45 and realized, oh God, we are in for it. We also knew on our 1 year we had to go really balls to the wall with it because we had to change our name.
Right.
We were most nervous about that because, we had to change our name. So we had no idea if the community would rally behind that, if we would kind of get excommunicated. We had no idea what to expect from that. The support was, again, overwhelming. 23 barrel-aged beers that day, I believe, if I remember right. At 11:45, we sat down and all did a toast with whiskey. and then popped a 3 liter and consumed about a half liter each of beer before our 1 year anniversary.
Nice.
Yeah, whose idea was that to do all those beers?
I don't want to point fingers.
You seem to have a lot of ideas, you know. How about the Christmas?
Christmas was all Sean.
That was Sean. Okay.
Sean said we're going to do 25 beers, and we all said we're going to what?
I want to ask a little bit about the community you just talked about. You've had a lot of local supporters, a lot of people that have kind of become their neighborhood bar. It seems to me that might have been a little harder to create with you guys. I mean, you look at some of the other microbrews around. You look at like Fringe and Grains and Taps that are in downtown in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
How were you kind of off the beaten path able to create that same kind of atmosphere?
We knew we were kind of in for that from the beginning as we opened what we consider kind of a destination brewery, as we have no foot traffic. So you either drive to us or you really probably aren't coming out. That was one of those things where we just wanted to create the whole goal of our experience was, even if you come in and hate everything that you try, hopefully the service, the atmosphere, the environment was enough to at least make you appreciate that. We go out of our way to try and make sure that everyone's happy, even if you really don't like anything we pour or anything like that. Fortunately, we don't often run into that situation, but we do.
Cool. Hey, I think we're at the point now where we said we're going to give away some beer, right?
We should give away some stuff, man.
Let's give away with our people who are on. So
let's do it.
What was the first? That was an easy question, wasn't it?
You had your easy one first.
So how are we going to pick a winner? Somebody.
You know what? I think they can.
How about first one on the chat?
They can chime in on the chat that they're ready to answer. I'll call on them and unmute them, and they can give us the answer. And it better be right, because if they answer and they're wrong, we will mock them relentlessly.
Okay, for sure. So what are we giving away first, Matt? Some beer?
No, Dyer, you didn't win yet.
Let's go ahead and give a couple of 4-packs away.
Okay.
All right.
So not the specific date, but just give us the month of the grand.
Oh, come on. You got to give us the specific day.
Oh.
Okay, you got to give us a specific day. Max, specific day.
I've already given like 2 clues to that already.
That's true. Specific day that Diametric opened.
It's in chat already.
Stephanie's already put in the chat. She didn't play by the rules. I don't know if I should give it to her or not. I said she had to tell me she's ready, and I'd unmute her. I don't know. Should I give it to her?
I don't know.
Very honest, it's Stephanie. She works in the industry. She gets free beer here anyway.
Oh, there's that.
Oh, wait a minute.
Go with somebody else.
System.
Give us the date.
All right, I'm gonna unmute her. Stephanie, give us the date.
July 28th, 2018.
That would be the day.
There we go. I intentionally waited until she was taking a drink to unmute her. I just thought that was more fun.
All right, good job. You got a 4-pack coming your way. We're gonna do 2. We're gonna do another one.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do 2 4-packs. Steph, come on in. We'll hook you up.
There you go. So obviously, right now is a weird time for the beer community.
Just a bit.
It's people are rallying together. Speaking of crazy ideas, because you know I've talked about this. When did this Together We Can business pop into your head?
I was drunk.
All the best ideas.
It literally came one night when I was sitting upstairs and I was working on the other job, and I was doing this and that at the computer, and it was kind of late one night, and it popped into my head. Hey, the idea popped in. All right, so we had customers coming in and they were getting to goes, and they basically said, all right, well, hey, really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Then we're off to this place. Then we got to go to this place. And in my head, I was like, all right, well, enjoy driving all over town, the tour to KC. And what dawned on me that night later on, I was just sitting there after let's say 2 beers to be responsible. And I was working, and then all of a sudden it hit me like, I don't know how PC I have to be, but fuck it. It was, let's do this in one spot. Let's find a way to make this a brewery-based farmers market. That was the idea I came up with, and I had no idea what I was doing. It was a drunken idea. I threw it out to our group chat. Guys were like, hey, sounds awesome. How are we going to do it? And so the next thing I did was just get on the horn with the state, federal, everyone I could get a hold of at that point, and immediately got overwhelming support from the state of Missouri. Shout out to Agent Matt Brandner. That dude, thank you. He has literally gone out of his way above and beyond. I've been on the phone with him on his personal cell phone at 10:30 at night multiple times now. He has literally gone above and beyond to make sure that happened. Mark Schauberg as well, helping expedite everyone's license, everyone's everything. Because you know what? Every time that we do these, we barely have enough time for the paperwork to literally go through properly. And they're just literally working with us and making sure that everything goes through as it needs to.
So how would you, because there's been two, and they were totally different. That first one, how would you surmise that went?
I'd like to apologize for everyone for the waits.
I don't think people really minded that much.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to apologize for on that, man.
I mean, it's almost hard to talk about that. Just seeing people drive through at a 2-hour wait time, 90 minutes to 2 hours, to order beer. That was, that hurt. That honestly like punched me in the gut. But it was rapidly an idea that we realized, this could take off and help out while we're unavailable to have a tap room open. And I know Bree is in here, and I know the guys over at Fringe are, and I know that it's insanely difficult right now for all of us without a tap room open. I don't know what Bree or what Fringe would say their numbers are, but the reality is I would guess 75 to 90% of sales of our income is driven on the tap room. So it was one of those where we just kind of had to figure it out. And after the first one, we got a hold of some other people trying to figure out how we could do the second one better. And then I think we got a handle on it. We kind of came up with an idea. It actually cheapened up the fee a little bit, which was nice. And it also allowed everyone to order online. So everyone had a fair chance at first come, first serve on the menu. Right. That was our best thing, I think. I think that was the way that we're obviously going to handle this going forward as well.
Yeah,
it's got to be pretty cool. I mean, if there's anything that shows people's loyalty to their local breweries, to their local businesses, it's that kind of turnout where they come in and they're like, it's a 90-minute wait, it's a 2-hour wait,
right?
But they don't care. They're gonna sit there and
I mean, we had
it's got to make you feel pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, we had the Lee Summit Police show up multiple times, and every time they would come in and they flat out said, "We got complaints. We're here to resolve them. Looks like you guys are kicking ass. Keep going. Like, do whatever you need to do and keep going. You're doing the best you can. Do whatever you need to do to stay open." And we really appreciated that. I mean, we're not trying to mess up traffic, but we also didn't expect that. I didn't think that we would ever have 2 lines, double cars around the building, going through the roundabout all the way back up to the frontage street. And we didn't anticipate that at all. If you look at my original map that I put out, it did not call for that traffic route. That was on the fly.
No.
Hey, did you have any other plans?
Traffic, so there's that.
Did we have what?
Did you have any other plans? I mean, did you have other ideas of how to survive, or was this just the first one that came out and it kind of worked so far?
Actually, the same exact issue that we ran into on our opening day, on our 1 year, and on the Together We Can event is we have 2 iPads for our point of sale, and quite literally both of them were at 100% that morning and were dying, and we were literally swapping card readers for chargers at the last hour of each. The 1 year was probably the last 2 or 3 hours, but the Together We Can was probably the last hour and a half. I know Sammy's on here back there canning as we speak, and shout out to that boy. We couldn't have done any of that without him. He ran that POS like a mofo that day.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to ask this one because I was talking to Eddie from Fringe the other day, and he was telling me finding cans is the hardest thing to do right now.
Yeah, every brewery is kind of getting boned on that. There is an extreme shortage of crowlers. So most of the ball crowlers that really the entire industry is using is almost going to a lottery system where you're allowed to buy 240 a week if you get selected. The next crowlers that we're working with now that we've also ordered are the 25.6 ounce to 750 milliliters. and there's a bunch of those out there. But just like the 32s, they're going to start to run slim as everyone starts to run out of options. As far as 12s and 16s, so far they're still holding strong in stock. But as breweries continue to get the June to July or even August, normal business operations, those are going to start flying as well. I mean, we're ordering as many as we can right now just to try and stay on top of it. I know that we've got 8,000, some pallet of 8,000 or something like that back here. We continue to order cans every time that we can, pun intended, every time we can, just because there is going to become an extremely limited stock, as there already is becoming an extremely limited stock.
This is a part of the program with Beers with Nigel that, Nick, I call him a neophyte when it comes to beer. So I gave him a couple of beers today. We call them mystery beers. So he came by my house, and I put them in brown paper bags.
We did social distance, though. You handed them, you reached across.
So this is the part of the show where he gets to go into the brown paper bag, take a sip of the beer, and judge it for us. This ought to be fun. See that?
I don't have the golf bag, the stolen golf bag from 1987. Though.
Yeah,
Let's see, what do we got here?
Let's see what he has in there.
Does the fact that it's in a Sprouts bag, does that make this fancy mystery beer?
Yes.
It's organic.
What have we got here?
Let's see if he's had it before.
Mango Lassie from Crane Brewing. I have not had this one.
Okay.
All right. Wait.
Beautiful sound. It's a beautiful sound.
Yeah.
To answer your question earlier, Mac, there are no rules. You are allowed to swear, and on the Beers with Nigel show, burping is encouraged.
Yes, if you need to burp, let us know. We'll unmute you real quick. It's weird.
that may be the weirdest thing. No, it's not the weirdest thing you've said on this show. No.
So, Mac, what do you see Together We Can going forward? What does it look like? I mean, I know last week it went pretty smooth.
Yeah. It's going to run in that same format. We've actually reached out to pretty much the entire state. We've offered down to Springfield, down over to St. Louis, Columbia, and St. Joe. Apologies to the guys at River Bluff. They had a can order that fell through. Hopefully it's there. Hopefully they'll be bringing a lot more. Kudos to the guys at River Bluff. They were the first sellout of this last Together We Can event. Took them all of 37 seconds. As far as the next going forward, again, I cannot say thank you enough to the state of Missouri for being fucking incredible. Just bending over backwards to accommodate, work with us, and help us. We're working with the breweries in Kansas now to actually legalize, get them over here legally. No stepping on toes, no making anything, at risk, if you will. I don't know how many we'll have this first time, if any, but we are on this next event on the 18th. But they're all submitting the paperwork they need to for it, and we've gotten confirmation that pretty much going forward we're going to have them involved. It's not just Missouri struggling. Obviously, it's everyone. It's all over. I'd love to offer this out to Denver, but I don't know how many people are wanting to drive 8 hours to drop off cans. But as far as the local goes, KC to me is from Lenexa to, I don't know, Odessa, and then St. Joe to, I don't know, Harrisonville or something like that. That's how I see KC. So I wanted to make sure that I could do everything I could to get those guys involved and try to offer any assistance that I could to them. So yeah, we're getting as many of those guys. We've got Wichita involved. We've got Lawrence involved. We've got Emporia, the KC Metro, Kansas side. So we're working with those guys to try and get beers up here from them too, just to help them out.
That's awesome. Let's go back to Nick. Nick.
Yes, sir.
That Mango Lassie, what do you think, man?
That's good. You know what? When we started the show, I told you, I said I don't like sours.
You're a liar.
You want to know what happened five episodes later?
You like sours.
I like sours.
The only way to like a sour is to keep drinking them.
Yeah.
You got to keep trying them.
You are correct, sir. Now, this is good. So let's see. What do we got here? I got to get the old eyes.
I love seeing Bree agree with me on a lot of these.
Sour ale with mango, lactose, and vanilla. It's a 5% alcohol beer.
You like it?
Fantastic. I'm going to keep drinking.
Okay, keep drinking. Let's jump into something else real quick.
Well, let's while you get your next trivia ready, I want to ask this. you talked earlier about festivals and that experience with you of when you got some feedback at your first festivals. Festivals are starting to get canceled for the summer. Well, is that going to have what kind of impact is that going to have on the beer communities?
I don't know. We put together a festival last year to help out with hip hops, and I know it would have been devastating to try and postpone that or to have this pandemic occur during that. The other biggest thing that you run into is you're trying to move festival dates back, and at the same time you're having to move a lot of other public events back. Like I was told, I don't know the validity of it, but I was told that like Lee Summit, Blue Springs, all those graduation ceremonies for their high school kids are now being pushed back. So now you've got a lot of the beer drinkers who would be going to these festivals who now can't because they're going to have to watch a graduation. They're going to have to do this. They're going to have to do that at a later date. You've already got Brew at the Zoo, just got conflicted with another one. I want to say Arrowhead. And sadly, it's going to be a lot of that, I think, going forward. I don't know the right answer. I know it sucks. I know it's hard. A lot of these breweries definitely are putting together these events for good reason, good purpose. So it's definitely going to be difficult to – I think this year's just going to need an asterisk by it for stuff like that. And hopefully next year we rebound and go even stronger with them.
Right.
Yeah, we're all in a weird zone right now. There's nobody has a clue. It's not happened before, and we're just going to see what happens the next.
Trust me, I didn't open a brewery thinking, "Hey, how do we pandemic proof it?"
That was not a section of your business plan.
No, it was not.
Let's not name a beer after anything pandemic, please.
I don't intend to.
I've seen a few, and it's just bad. I'm like,
no, it doesn't make me want to drink it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it makes me want to stab it.
It's for me. It's not going to be what I name a beer. Anything to do with what we're going through right now. Obviously, people need humor right now, and there are people that think there are some jokes that play into it, and then there's a lot of people who are, it's a lot closer to home for someone who might know someone affected by something. So I try to keep my mouth even pretty tight-lipped on some of that kind of stuff.
Right.
Seems like there are some contests though among all the brewers with their namings, just so you can get the cleverest and the funniest with them. I like watching all the new beers come out.
That's actually one of the hardest things in the beer industry is naming a new beer, not getting cease and desist or someone yelling at you, and actually having a unique beer name. It's incredibly difficult, to be honest with you.
What are your beer naming meetings like?
Right.
Usually we're brewing the beer and drinking beer and go, hey, what the hell are we going to call this one? Oh, right, that's what we're going to call this one.
Look, beer leads to a lot of great ideas. I will tell you this: my podcasting career started because of way too many pineapple wheats, or I'm sorry, it was the grapefruit wheat from French.
Yeah, Fresh Squeeze is a great beer. They sold out of it on the first event and did quite well with it this last event.
Yeah.
So you can blame all of my bad podcasting on the boys at Fringe.
Yeah.
Aspen here's friend. She's like putting her finger in the.
I know she was trying to mute me.
Aspen, simmer down.
A little anecdote on the beer names here.
Yeah.
If they're funny, Sean, Devin, or myself came up with it. If they're not funny, Adam did it.
Okay. So noted.
So I'm going to jump to this real quick. I'm going to show you guys this shirt. See this shirt right here? It's Ronnie Dyer and his business. They're doing a fundraiser for. I'm going to let him talk. Unmute Mr. Dyer, and I'm going to let him explain rather than me than stuff.
Do I have to?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Quick note, Dave Templeman, move your camera up there, brother.
Yeah.
Atta kid.
You cannot take that guy anywhere.
Technology is a real bitch.
Go for it, Ronnie.
We're doing a fundraiser, but it's on these shirts, and we also have some brewery-type stickers. It created a little thing called the Quarantine Brewery and Tap House, little get soused in your house tagline there. And we're selling those, and we're raising money for the KC Hospitality Support Initiative and Lee Summit Social Services. So we're selling those shirts, and you can pick them up locally at Fringe. You order online through our website, dyerOil.com. And you can pick them up locally at Fringe when they're ready, or we can mail them to you guys. So I'd love to talk to the other breweries about maybe being pickup spots with it too. If you
Tell
guys
them the
are-
amounts that are going towards charity, though.
Yeah, well, $7 of the T-shirt price is going to charity, and $2 on the sticker is going towards the charity.
Awesome.
So try to donate as much as we can. We're in the promotional products and design industry, and breweries and restaurants were a large part of our clients. So as you guys dried up, we have also completely dried up. All the festivals going away. No one's giving away swag now. No one needs tents and everything else. So we're looking for other ways to help out as much as we can and keep ourselves busy.
Hey, Dyer,
Yeah.
we're asking for a link in the chat, buddy.
Okay, yep, I'll throw it over there.
Perfect.
Hey, thanks for doing my job for me, man. Appreciate it.
Hey, Nick,
Let's give something away. Oh, we're gonna give away a shirt. So
All right.
We got 3 shirts to give away. Well, 2. One of them's mine. Nick, did you have some sort of trivia question?
Well, here we go. Let's we'll keep this one regional. Are you ready? I need the month, the year. This is a hard one. The month and the year and the first beer brewed for Boulevard.
Wow.
I want to make this one hard. So if you think you know the answer, raise your hand in chat. Tell me you're ready, and I will unmute you. Is that too hard?
That seems very hard.
Well,
Mac,
I felt like we gave the last one away too easily.
Mac, you look like you're burning hot. You look like you're on fire right now.
I'm not burning hot, brother. I'm good.
Well, she thinks she can answer again.
Hey, Sammy boy,
Do we let previous winners answer again? Should I make
try
it easier?
hitting the taproom lights out here.
How about this? We'll give the shirt away if you know which beer it was.
Can you hit the taproom lights, see if it makes the camera a little better for me?
I think it might be your background, actually.
Oh.
Where's Bregman?
Is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Oh, there you go. Now you look real.
All right, Mark, with
Sammy,
your fancy Zoom picture, give me the beer for Boulevard's first beer.
Pale ale, buddy.
There we go. That is the winner. It was
What
the
size
pale
shirt
ale
you wear,
first.
Mark?
Mark
Extra
looks
large.
really good in a medium.
Medium. I think I'm an extra large. We'll get you a shirt, buddy. Nicely, freshly folded. We want to give away another beer while we're at it.
Sure. I can also give a shirt away too.
Let's do the or a shirt. The what was the first beer that Diametric brewed? Or the artist formerly known as New Action.
Just tell me if you think you're ready.
Yeah, if you're ready, raise your hand.
Templeton's still mad. He thinks he was robbed. All right, Chris Storms. Let me see if I
Storms
can.
thinks he's got it.
All right, Storms, what we got?
I think, but I'll probably fuck this up. One more.
Hey, good job.
Ding, 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 ding.
That's Stephanie.
Storms, I'll throw you a 4-pack of wand and a shirt for you, brother.
And there's Templeman if you want to see him some more.
No. The answer to that question is no.
He says he doesn't know how to raise his hand, apparently. Hey, Bree, I want to ask you a question since you're on here and you're a brewer. Unmute
I got to find her. There she
Come on,
is.
host, you can do it. How's life been for you since this has been going on? You just muted her. Go ahead.
Sorry. It hasn't changed much. I've definitely been working a lot more because we couldn't exactly pay my assistant brewer. So canning, kegging, cleaning, everything's social media. It's all just me right now. So it's a little rough, but I'm getting through it.
Right on. Good to hear.
Yeah.
Good to hear. Hey, Mac. I forgot my question. I had a question.
Good
You
chat.
know, we went over this in our pre-show
Yeah,
meeting,
in our
not to
pre-show
forget
meeting.
questions.
No, I know for both of you guys, yeah, business-wise, it's tough, but I mean, it's got to be kind of crazy emotionally too.
It's definitely stressful. Just kind of we're in the unknown. The real question right now is what's in the savings account versus what can we drop to get more grain, when we get more cans, how are we going to keep beer rolling? That kind of stuff. With normal operations, it's not even a question. We're getting grain every week or every 2 weeks, and we try to drop 2 beers every week. With the pandemic, it's obviously a bit different right now. We're kind of playing empty the tanks, and we're hoping to fill them back up as fast as we can. But it's the struggle bus, to say the very least. I'm assuming, Bree, you're in kind of the same boat. Just everything gets a lot tougher, because when you see your income now and you're trying to figure out, where do I put that? Do I put that towards packaging? Do I put that towards new beer? It is definitely stressful. It's kind of, I don't know, it's a hard devil's advocate, if you will. Damned if I do, damned if I don't on what you buy right now.
Does that affect your creativity too? I mean, like you guys are creatives. You're making crazy.
Definitely. I mean, it's actually inspiring more of our creativity, because
Really?
now we're having to go through our grain, try to figure out what do we have, what aseptic purees do we have, what hops do we have, so we can avoid ordering big bulk items like that. Because one box of fruit costs the exact same amount as 42 boxes of fruit on a pallet. So you definitely want to make sure that you're trying to get a pallet of it at a time, which fortunately we do have a small surplus or a small stock of it, but we're trying to figure out what do we do with everything now. Biggest fear also is, when we do something with it, is it going to sell? How quick will it sell? Do we package 100% of it? We have a lot of people that are wanting to try this or try that before they buy a 4-pack, and unfortunately we don't have it right now. We can't do draft samples. I can't have people walk up and just, oh, here, try this and see if you like it, and we'll figure out what you want to get and go. So that's definitely another challenge that comes into that as well.
Is this going to make you a better brewer because of that?
More resourceful. I mean, it's kind of a lot of people are also playing the same game at home with their kitchen. Like, all right, I got Cheetos, a waffle iron, olive oil, and brownie mix. Go. What the hell do you make? I don't know.
I feel like we need an Iron Brew show.
But yeah. It's kind of, it's honestly like it's like Chopped. Kind of the same thing with breweries right now. We're trying to figure out, all right, we got some base grains, we got some specialty grains. How do those play together? Well, we'll find out.
Right on. It's probably a softball question for you, because we already know the answer. Well, we all do. I mean,
you got to couch your softballs a little better than that, man. It's all in framing.
Just the response to the to-go beer situation. What's your thoughts on that? I mean, that first week was nuts. Together we can.
I'm sorry, I was typing to Stephanie. Throw that at me again.
Stephanie was talking to him. No, I mean, just kind of give us your thoughts on it. Was that first Together We Can was kind of crazy. It was. I don't think any of us were expecting that turnout.
No, definitely wasn't expecting that turnout. I mean, the bulk of us sold an amount none of us were expecting to even be possible. It was insane. Even on the second week, hell, it was just as crazy. It was inside bet between Sean and I for a dick punch, if as the normal brewery bet is. He and I were joking around.
I feel like that's a whole episode coming up.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fantastic. And he hasn't made good on this promise either yet, or this bet, this wager, whatever you want to call it. But we were sitting here and we were canning and labeling and doing all the hell on earth and getting ready. And he said, and he was commenting, and we were talking about, all right, pre-orders, great idea. Let's see what we get out of it. And I said, I bet I think that's possible. We actually crash Shopify's site at noon. And Sean said, pump the brakes there, big guy. I don't know if we're going to crash any site. And I think the orders will start to roll in, but I don't know how quick they'll go. And so I said 50 in the first 50 minutes, I think, or something along those lines. And in the first 90 minutes, we had pumped $11,000 back into the craft beer community, which was beyond our thought. And at that point, we all just kind of sat there watching the computer, and it was just email after email sliding by. And we were literally astonished. We probably sat here for 30 minutes not knowing what the hell to do. And then we realized, we should probably start packing these orders. We really probably should start working. But it was incredible to see the people do that. The support, again, is overwhelming. I mean, shout out to Ryan Kelly. I think that guy had the largest order of the goddamn day.
Yeah.
Next time, brother, man, bring something that can take the pallet jack, because holy hell. I remember we were writing Ryan Kelly's order out, and we were laughing our asses off because I was like, it might be the first 2-sheeter, and, you know, everyone's like, I don't want to pick that fucking order, and I'm like, come on, someone's got to get it.
Yeah.
So we literally had like a corner of a table that was just dedicated to the Kellys, for God's sakes. I think they ordered something from everyone, too, which was, again, incredible, and we saw that a lot of times where people tried to hit every brewery they could. Again, River Bluff was just about, or they did just start distro. I don't recall how the order there was. And they asked me, you know, do you think people know us? Do you think they're going to sell? Like, how, you know, are we really going to be able to do this? And I laughed and I said, guys, send everything you can. We'll sell it. And I literally texted Chris and I said, hey, by the way, you're sold out. And it was 12:01. And he just said, oh, well, fuck. I mean, in a great way, but at the same time, you know, hopefully those guys have a ton more cans next time and we can roll them out in the same quantities we did everyone else's.
No, literally at the end of that day, my biceps, man, Sunday, I was like, holy hell, because we carried out a lot of beer. You know, we had a little bit of a lull every once in a while, but those cars would show up. It was ridiculous.
And the best thing about it was the wait was maybe 15 minutes for the longest car, which that solved everyone's problem. And again, sincere apologies. Did not expect what happened on the first one. I can promise you this, going forward, you won't wait that long ever again.
Yeah, I don't think you need to apologize, like Nick said. I think
I'm going to.
Steph was saying people on those lines the first time were talking across cars, and you know, it was like a community. Like I said, it's like a farmer's market. I mean, I know you guys have thought about it. It wouldn't be a bad thing after it's over with, you know, to do it once a month. Because hell, any place you can go shop and get all the beers from around the city, that's beautiful.
We're gonna try and continue that. The state's made me very aware. It's a conversation we're gonna sit down and have once everything's a little calmed down. There's definitely good reason and a lot of excitement for it. We're open to host it. We're down to have anyone host them. Excuse me. The reality for us is we just want to see the craft beer community continue to grow. Kansas City is a hell of a place for it, and I couldn't be more damn proud to be a part of this city for it. But yeah, going forward, we definitely would love to see that happen once a month kind of thing. 8 to noon, come on out, and you'll literally be able to roll through all the tents and everything else.
I think that, that's the word, Nigel, when you first pitched the show idea to me and you wanted to talk about the community that is around craft beer, not just here in Kansas City, but as you're finding everywhere as you start hitting those festivals all over the country. Yes.
Speaking of beer, Nick, it's time for your next mystery beer.
Oh, I just poured more Gully Womp.
Well, okay. That's not my fault. For those who don't know, Nick gets mystery beers. He got 2 beers today. Brown paper bags. What's the next one, buddy? Come on.
All right, here we go. Hey, do we have another trivia question?
Probably.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to do that next one?
I got a message from one of our listeners, from John Bedoin. You don't have to drink it with him, but if somebody gets the question right, he will buy a 6 or 4 from any of the local breweries.
If we get what question right?
Trivia question. John Bedoin's going to give out some beer.
He has a trivia question?
No, you have to come up with a trivia question.
Oh, okay. I've got it. We talked about this one, Mac. There's 3 versions of TD tossing, correct? What are they?
Ooh, what do we got here?
There are 3 versions of a beer named after a fictional superhero who throws touchdowns and saves Super Bowls.
But at the brewery, it's known as the Patrick Mahomes beer.
And they all have to be 100%
Ryan
correct.
says he's got it. I got to find him. Ryan Kelly, you are unmuted. Give us the answer.
All right. So you have the TD tossing, Patrick Mahazy, the long tossing, Patrick Mahazy, and then now the recent world champion tossing, Patrick Mahazy.
All right, Ryan, you were the winner of one $10 gift certificate, but sadly you missed 2 of those.
Oh!
It's got to be exact. There are 2 more $10 gift certificates available, people. Chime in.
All right, I have to do
You got to
something.
give Dave Templeman a shot. He's yelling at me.
I know. I didn't want to choose him,
Tempo.
but I'm going to give him one.
Go,
All right.
Tempo.
Dave, you have no longer got to answer TD Tossin, Patrick Mahazy. What else is there?
He's muted himself. You've muted yourself, fool.
Yeah, I can't unmute him now. Learn to use it.
Come on, Boomer.
He's connecting to audio.
He just muted himself again.
Oh, bloody.
No, here we go. Now he's ready.
Am I up?
There you go.
Yeah.
All
Hi, Dave.
there we go. It's TD Tossin, Patrick McHazy, long bombing, TD Tossin, Patrick Mahazy, and world champion, TD Tossin, Patrick McHazy.
Can you spell the last word for me real quick of any of those beers? Don't look at a can.
Spell the last word.
Sure sounded like you said McHazy.
It's MCHAZY.
No gift cards. It's still up for grabs. Come on, people.
Oh.
Are you drinking one of these damn beers?
Wait. I gotta
David Schumacher. You
All
know?
right. B. Lavelle.
I got to find him on the grid here so I can undo him. There he is. All right, you're unmuted.
MAHAZY.
Okay, and what are the two options that have not been said?
World champion
Yep,
and long bombing.
correct.
Well played.
It's Mahazy. It's not Mick Holmes. It's Mahomes. And it's not world champion. It's champion.
World champion. There we go.
And Ryan Kelly, man, you said long tossing. Long bombing.
You know, I feel like there should be a penalty for Templeton the way he was begging to get chosen there.
Yeah.
I feel like there should be a penalty.
And for
I'll punish Dave personally.
His background was a party foul.
Hey, so I've got the torn label India Pale Ale.
Which one?
I love these. I love the artistry.
Which one is it?
Torn
What is it
labels.
called? There's a name for it.
Yeah, I know.
Magic.
Magic.
I'm
There
trying
it
to get
is.
him to find it. He's the one that doesn't know.
Look. Old glasses trying to figure out how to read things is
You
hard.
need to crack it open and give us your review of it. Are you saying it to the head?
Well, I like that. I like IPAs. I do like that one. That's good.
Why do you like it?
It tastes yummy. But like you always want all the
that's
fancy
fair.
pinky in the air answers.
Well, sometimes you wax poetic, so there's that.
Yeah,
Where's everyone else's faces? Why are people muting the video?
I don't
I
know,
have
but
no
I'm tired
idea.
of crotch shots.
Yeah. We want to
know,
see
it-
everybody's faces.
It is
Let's-
hard.
Everybody turn on some video. Let's see the faces. See what you're wearing.
I
There's
have
Darlene.
to
What's
tell you,
up,
I've been
Darlene?
hosting a few of these shows since we got it.
What up?
It's hard to be witty from Zoom.
Oh,
guys?
that's Brian and Tara.
Yeah.
Excellent.
We know who the hell that was on there. Guys are slick.
Hi, Tony.
Hey, Tony. Yeah, I see your nice window there. I like that. It's good.
Make sure the inventory is proper.
Anybody else?
Sitting in the dark.
Yeah, I see that. Hey, Mac.
Janet handles the money, and then all I have to do is literally with glove hands.
Who are we hearing? Who's talking?
You're hearing Schumacher. Schumacher. God.
What up, Dave? Let's talk beer, Mac. You have some favorites around Kansas City. Give us.
What's going on, guys? I'm trying
What
to
up,
do
dude?
two Zoom meetings.
Oh, there we go.
Two at once.
That was probably the best slamming at the door I've ever seen. Sorry, Shu.
I don't know how he got through my mute wall, but it happened.
Hey, everybody say hi to Kenny from Oklahoma, right there in the middle with that. It's a one person out of state. Thanks for tuning in, Kenny. So, Mac, what are some of your favorite beers beside your own in Kansas City?
So one of my all-time go-tos, and I mean, I'll get bashed for it, whatever, is always going to be Boulevard Pale Ale. It's sentimental. It's a damn good beer. It's flawless. Some of the newer beer drinkers or some of the people that are haze crazed and everything else you run into, it's not an exciting beer. Doesn't need to be. It's a fantastic goddamn beer. some of my others, I mean, going down the list, you know, Fringe, I like I like Fresh Squeezed. Thinking about, I've got Brie in here. Brie, Delta 88. I like that one. And then whatever you threw me with Lemon Drop that last time I was hanging out with you, that was awesome as well. Brie's killing it up at Big Rip. City Barrel, I'm a big fan of their lager. I like their hazies. Again, I like those beers, but their lager is the beer. You can't hide anything in it. You can't, you know, if it's wrong, you know. Looking around the room here, I've got Cinder Block. Their Block IPA, fantastic. I've got Torn Label. Magic was always a release I used to seek. Monk and Honey was a close second that I can always crush. Alpha Pale Ale, well done. I got Steve Soroy's call sign behind me. I've only had a few beers from him. The Bomber Brown, fantastic. I got Crane back there. Crane has always been good mentors to me. Everyone out at Crane, shout out. Those guys have been awesome. I don't know if we would be a brewery without those guys. From Crane, I don't know, pick something. I really enjoy a lot of their stuff. Their sours are obviously very good. I think Eric does a very damn good job over there. Million Watts. Keep it up, brother. Their Ifton Scottish Ale, fantastic. Again, I can go through every brewery. I don't want to just pick apart any brewery. For me, I like beer. Give me a brewery that you want to know, and I'll tell you what I like from them.
Yeah, you just stole Nick's line. I like beer.
I like
okay,
that.
good stuff.
That's what he always
So
said.
you just talked about Crane Brewery being a good mentor for you. What makes a good brewer mentor?
Someone who will walk you through and tell you exactly what to expect. We were nowhere near open. We were literally working on this place. We were doing everything that we could. And Aaron Bryant came out. He used to be with Crane Brewing. Aaron Bryant is an awesome dude. I haven't talked to him in probably a sinful amount of time, and that's my fault. I'll take that blame. Aaron literally sat down on the ledge, sat there, drank a beer with us, and said, "So what do you expect? What do you think? What are you doing?" And I started throwing it at him, and he laughed. He just literally laughed and said, "You're an idiot. Good work." And I was like, "All right, there we go. I appreciate that. That's really helpful." But, you know, Aaron Bryant was the first one who really punched us in the face with words about here's what's going to happen. Here's what to expect. Brian Stewart's always been a guy that I've always had a lot of respect for, and he's always helped out a lot. Back to the homebrew days, I made friends with Brian a long time ago, and he was always there to answer questions or to talk through a concept with me. You know, I'd say, hey, I want to do this. I don't know what I'm doing with it. I got to figure out how to put that into it. And Brian and I would just sit there and chat. We had a chat almost 4.5 years ago. I remember seeing this pop up not that long ago. And it was about strawberry rhubarb pie sour. We did Rhueberry Groove here. And finally, I just said, fuck it, I'm going to send it. Here we go. And basically, Brian Stewart's concepts with my own, and that's what we put together to create that beer. As far as a good brewery mentor, it's, you know, as far as mentor, that's one thing. The community is the other thing that I would want to shout out and throw out there. And I mean, this community is beyond belief. There are a lot of cities where I've been and I've gone to a brewery, and the brewers and everything at a certain brewery are really cool. And then you tell them you're going somewhere else, and they basically tell you you're an idiot. Fuck those people, which it's baffling to me. We're from KC. We literally opened our doors to Together We Can, and anything that we have a surplus of, or hell, anything that you need in this time. That's Kansas City. Our beer community is pretty amazing about rallying together behind one another, in the sense of, you need cans, come get them. You need crowlers, come get them. Hey, we need to figure out how to get labels. Here, got this guy. That is something, too, that really plays into this community. The fact that, again, Together We Can, I called a few breweries that I didn't even have contacts for these people. I just literally called their main number and said, here's what's up, here's who I am, here's what we're trying to do. And multiple of those breweries jumped in. And that is awesome. Yeah, as far as mentors in the community, that is where I would go with that.
Well said, well said. Hey, let's give away another shirt.
Let's do it.
Who haven't been on, this is the Isn't that beautiful? It's a fundraiser for a couple of charities. So do we have another question for a shirt? You got a random question, anyone? Nick, you got something? You were supposed to think of a couple of questions.
I was, and I think we used mine.
I got a question for you.
Okay,
good.
Let's do it.
Name the breweries in Lee Summit in the order they opened.
Oh,
Ooh, I
shit.
like that. In order that
That's a hometown stuff right there, Dyer. I got you covered.
Yeah. Yeah. Raise your hand when you're ready.
I feel like we're gonna have to make fun of Bedoin if he doesn't answer this.
Where is he?
Oh, did he leave? That's awesome. That makes me happy, actually.
He left?
I don't see him on here anymore.
Anybody chiming on this one?
I didn't think it was that tough of a question.
I mean, I know it, but everybody knows that.
Toss me. Grab me a.
Ask
other
them, you know?
Templeton wants to know when they opened or when they started brewing.
That's going to be both, when they opened and when they started brewing.
What's up, Penny?
When they opened.
When they opened, Templeton, are you going to raise your hand here?
Shout out to Sammy. He's keeping me hydrated.
Good job, Sam.
Just do when they opened. It's way simpler that way.
Yeah, when they opened. In the order they opened. The Lee Summit breweries.
Okay. Eric, Templeton wants another shot. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, Templeton.
Okay, so it was Grains opened first, but they weren't brewing yet. Then Fringe opened.
No, hold on.
No?
We're talking breweries.
Do it in the order of actual brewery aspect.
Okay,
Mute
brewery
him.
aspect.
Mute him.
All right.
Oh, I've been told to mute him.
Next, who's next?
Dave, I'm sorry. It's Nigel's show. I got to do what I'm told.
Who's next?
I didn't pick that for you, Dave.
Again.
Oh, he's raised his hand again.
Nobody else?
I see Aspen. Aspen's got her hand up.
Aspen.
Oh, okay. Aspen, go for it.
Aspen, what you
All
got?
right. So in the order they started brewing.
No, you're supposed to be doing Aspen, not Dave. Aspen, what you got? Who opened first? We can't hear you. Come closer.
You have to lean in.
No, we can kind of hear you, but you have to. Come closer.
Can you hear me now?
Come closer.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, started brewing. Well, we started brewing first here at Fringe.
Okay.
And then it would be Smoke.
Okay.
And then Diametric. And then Grades and Taps.
Is that correct?
I think Grains and Taps was brewing before us, but actually I don't even know.
They were in December.
Now, Grains.
Nobody
Grains
knows the
didn't
answer.
start
They were in
until
December.
Another question because nobody knows the answer. That's rude.
Okay. New rule. When we ask a trivia question, we have to know the answer.
I only have the question. I told you I have the question, not the answer.
New
Let's
rule.
Let's
All
throw
right.
this one. You name one beer from each of the Lee Summit breweries.
Okay. Who's got that?
Oh, Darlene threw out there that she was correct, by the way.
We should give Darlene something for that, for setting everyone straight.
Who wants to name a beer from all the breweries in Lee Summit?
I'll throw a shirt on this one for the trivia as well.
All right. Are we going to give? Are we going to give? Are we going to give?
Another shirt.
Are we going to give Templeton one more chance?
I suppose.
All right.
I mean, I think we have to.
Yeah. Dave.
I actually am here. And so the name one beer from each brewery.
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna have trouble with Smoke because I don't go there very often. But I got Gully Womp at Grains. You got Madam X at Fringe. You got TD Tossin Mahazy, MAZY. And let me think. Smoke. I need one from Smoke. Shelter in Hayes.
He went with the newest one.
I feel like he was
Well
slowing
played.
down his speech to look it up on his phone.
Hey, I'm looking at a shirt from us and a shirt from Dyer.
Yeah.
All
There we go.
Good job.
Rock on, guys.
Kudos, Dave. The 36 times the charm.
That's freaking awesome.
Well, shit, this has been fun. I appreciate you guys showing up for this. I mean, we ain't got shit else to do except, you know, Mac and not Mac, Dave and Chris. Are you guys social distancing over there? Chris Storms, unmute Chris Storms. Let's see.
I gotta find. There he is.
Unmute me. All right, so I have a little bit of a trivia. You got to mute yours, Dave.
It's coming now.
All right. So
We're not
does
6.
anybody remember the first brewery in Lee Summit? That's none of what we just talked about.
I do not.
So if anybody remembers back in the 90s where Jose Peppers is right now, the original restaurant in there was a brewery, and it was called Big Cedar. I think it was Big Cedar. Ryan's shaking his head. So
I think it was a different name, but you're right. There was a brewery there.
It was something like that. It was big. It was like
who were the guys that had the microbrews? They tried to open restaurants. I know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was it the same that had 75th Street and all that? Casey Hops?
Yeah, it was Casey Hops had a restaurant there. You're right. I remember that.
I didn't know it was
Chris,
Casey
I wouldn't
Hops.
have known that answer. I was busy being born.
Oh, wow. Rude.
Yeah, let's move on now.
But anyway, hey, thank you guys for showing up. Now we're going to open all the microphones and we're going to drink some beer.
Lord.
Have a little happy hour. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody is unmuted. Well, wait a minute. Hang on. Except for Dave. I'm muted.
There's 3 of us here.
It's not very good social distancing, Chris.
No, we're far enough apart.
Are you though? Like really?
If you guys haven't seen
Hey, Chris, I can see Bob's hand 3.5 inches from your shoulder.
Mac, you guys getting these cans?
You see what?
Bob just yanks his hand back.
That's not Bob, it's Matt.
Hey, Mac, it's Matt,
Oh.
not Bob.
It's Matt.
I'm taking
No
guesses.
Facebook, Matt.
Hey, Darlene, that background's badass.
Thank you.
All right.
All day for it.
I don't know how to do it.
Hey, Dave, your camera's the wrong way. You need to flip.
Well, hey, I'm going to do one more time. I'm going to do one more time. A little toast to you, Nigel. Congratulations on being a grandpa. That's pretty awesome, man.
Hey, Papa.
Yeah, congrats, Nigel.
Cheers, Nigel.
Hey, cheers, you guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, and we missed a Lee Summit Brewery in the equation there on the question at Market City.
Yeah, but it's not a brewery.
The brewery isn't in Lee
Oh, they're not
Summit.
brewing there, are they?
Yeah, the brewery is not in Lee Summit.
Yeah, that's true. They're not brewing there.
All right.
They're not brewing there.
I sit corrected.
Who's that, Dave?
You guys had the new Magic?
No.
I brought the new Magic.
Delicious.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody gets their
Good
own.
stuff.
We're splitting one.
It's a splitter.
Mac, what's the best beer you make? What is your favorite beer that you guys do?
I can answer that.
Who are we asking?
Yeah.
Everybody's
Bree, you're frozen. And somebody's reverbing. Is that Dave and Chris?
Yeah.
All right, that's it. That's it.
All we're trying to.
That's it. I went back to mute on everybody. I'm slamming the door.
Unmute them. Fine.
You can't keep us down.
World champion.
Unmute them, host.
Hey,
Is there,
Matt.
is there a way to where earlier before we started you had to press the space button to talk? Can we go back to that?
That's when when you mute yourself. You can do that.
Mute everybody.
Just checking.
Hey, Mac, is there anything else we can do to be helping you guys out or the whole community out right now?
Buy beer.
Yeah.
We're doing that. We're doing that.
Big Mac takes
Did a
handies
decent
also.
enough job. What was that, Chris? I'm sorry.
I said I think Mac takes handies also.
I'm glad we unmuted him.
Well, that's a show first.
Well, if you guys know Brian Lavelle, he would probably believe that because he thinks I'm really chic too.
Ree, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking foggy ham.
Nice.
Very nice.
It's delicious.
I'm gonna ask the graphics oil guys this. Dyers, who's got the coolest designs for their beer?
That is a tough question.
What are the ones? Which beer are you jealous of as a designer?
Honestly, Chris Rao, he does a lot of the Martin City stuff. I love his artwork. Even the non-beer stuff is fantastic. I always like Martin City's cans. Your Magic there, those things are.
Oh, that thing is beautiful.
They're crazy. I mean, there's so much going on there. They're fantastic.
That's not our.
While we have you guys on here, I'll tell you, we're thinking about. I talked to Nigel about this a little earlier. We're thinking about put together a little web series. We'll get you guys' feedback while we have a nice little quorum here. About doing a little web series about the origin stories of brewery names and their branding, since that's kind of what we do. Like, why were you guys called New Accent at the beginning, and why did you go to Diametric, and why are you called Big Rip? And that little bit of the story, because Nigel does a great beer podcast. We don't need to get in, and sit on his turf, but finding out the branding behind it and why you guys are called what you're called, and the history behind your names, that stuff fascinates the heck out of us. And it's honestly our favorite part of working with the breweries is the story behind them are always fantastic. They're always wonderful. And to get that out, circulate that around everybody else, kind of a different angle on it.
Yeah.
I think it would be a really neat little 3-minute deal to sit down and talk to everybody once we can sit down and talk again.
That's the easy button, man. You kidding me?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. That's hey, thanks. Now we're just gonna have you come on and do an episode for us, and it makes our jobs easier.
Giggle for the New Axiom to Diametric names.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was
just like
a little arm twist there, but.
So it was like Joe Exotic. You think there's like a missing husband somewhere?
Yeah, like, we should go kill that what's his name? That Axiom guy in California. How about that?
We're really good friends with him. We're on a first name basis.
I bet.
Lawyer to lawyer.
I mean, like, if you were thinking of someone I want to be quarantined with, I'm thinking it's that guy.
So,
I've got a question for Mr. Kelly down there. How much beer is left from what you purchased?
There's still a little.
Be honest. Don't sound responsible. Be honest.
No. There's still a good amount, but we put a little dent in it. So.
All right. I would like to challenge Mr. Kelly to a chug tonight. I'd like to see him put a smaller dent in there.
All right, I'm gonna have to.
We're live right now. It seems like a pretty good time.
Ryan,
I'm gonna have to go get another beer. This one's
I'll challenge him to a chug.
Give me just a minute, okay?
Hey, Chris.
Beers with Nigel first.
Chug the slowest. Might as well start now.
Live in episode chugs.
Hey, while Ryan's getting a beer, I have a question for Mac.
God.
What is outside of Kansas City? What is your favorite brewery that you've ever been to or visited? And not just that you like their beer, but their space.
Beer and environment, all of it?
Yeah, all of it. Well, you can include food even if you want to say food too. Because there's a lot of breweries that have really good food.
Weingeist.
That's kind of a tough one.
Breweries
I've physically been to and are going to definitely play one of my favorites, Black Project. Holy shit.
That
place is incredible.
That's the one in Minneapolis, right?
No, Denver.
Oh, okay.
Black Project, it's their bar is an airplane wing. Very low lit. The environment's very cool. The whole background of it is meant to be Black Project, Black Bag, like super secretive, very dark ops, if you will. I mean, almost all their branding is like got markouts and stuff, so it's like supposed to look kind of top secret. You guys didn't hear this from me, and if they find out you heard it from me, which this is public, so great. If you go there, if you can, and you get a chance, there's a guy named there, Josh, super fucking cool dude. He's a cellarman and taproom guy. He took us back on a whim, showed us their barrel room. I'm not shitting. In the back of their brewery, there's a secret door built into the wall for their barrel room, and it is incredible. They don't show very many people, so if you catch them on the right time, they might show you. It's pretty fucking awesome. Shout out to those guys definitely for that. Even as a pro brewer, I've actually maintained a membership there because I really think they have some awesome stuff.
All right. Well, thanks for that answer. I may have to check that out when I'm up there, even though you're the one that recommended it.
I will say for a place that I haven't been to, but pictures I've seen, Ocean Lab. Ocean Lab Brewing. It's in Puerto Rico. Holy God. I saw the pictures of that place, and I am booking a trip, man.
Ask Mac if they still have these.
I can hear you, Mandy.
This is hilarious.
Ryan about took my last TD Tossin. Do you still have more?
I do, and he actually won a $10 gift card tonight, even though he couldn't name the correct.
I know. I was back in my office and came out like screaming, like you're getting it wrong.
I will swap. I will swap the gift card for a 4-pack if you'd like, and we have TD on. We have TD back here.
Okay, he can have both of those.
Nigel, are you killing bugs?
Yeah, what just happened there, man?
A bug in here. I was like, what the fuck? Hercules.
I don't even know what I won earlier. What did I win earlier?
Chris, you won.
Absolutely nothing. If you can't remember, it doesn't count.
Shut your mouth.
Brian Lavelle won 2.
I got a quarantine shirt.
Yes, much. You got a shirt.
Mac, I figured I just won your presents next time I come in to drink with you. You know, that'd be
I'd
good.
rather just give you the gift card, big guy.
Nigel, this is our first burp-free episode.
Yeah,
Nigel, are you going to bring my T-shirt over?
I'm going to throw it at your house with a T-shirt cannon from 6 feet away.
It's Nigel's got it in his hands right now.
My dream for this show is that I get a T-shirt cannon. I'm just going to put that out there. That is the dream.
I think we should probably make Mr. Kelly center stage, right? I think everyone should be watching that dude right now.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Mac.
Hold on. Wait for Ryan. Ryan, what are you chugging?
Go. All right, cheers.
Hold on. Bloody hell.
Oh, it's gone.
Close. It's close. It's close.
Oh, man. His beer was bigger.
It's always about size.
Ryan, what did you chug?
We don't want to start the wiener jokes.
Tossin, Patrick Mahazy.
Come on, big burp now.
You mean
big burp?
There you go.
Nick Hazy?
Mahazy, not Nick.
The best part was
I feel like that's
got the question wrong. Had the damn cans with their present.
It was in the fridge at the time.
And
Dude,
also,
reading is hard.
some of you guys were here for the damn Super Bowl. I didn't hear you cheering for Patrick McHolmes.
What I want to know is when
It's the Irish in me. I just got to add the Mick to it.
when are the Dyers going to make the McHazy T-shirt?
Yeah, it's going to be the Scotch Ale Diametric mix. Oh, the Patrick Mahazy.
Diametric.
Huh? Diametric.
Axiometric McHazy.
Diametric Mahazy.
Please do all of that. Please. Just because.
So I will throw this out there. You guys asked, actually, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Ryan who asked what you might be able to do to help out a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
The reality, we are going to have Together We Can shirts. Sorry, I was trying to lean forward and get more comfortable. Nigel, show that off.
Yeah.
All right, y'all see that shirt, Nigel? Okay, so our graphic artist threw that together in 10 minutes on the fly because we love her. Dyer, nothing against you, dude.
You're fine,
Hey, we love her. And imagine that shirt, and on the back of it, every brewery that's participating in Kansas City, Kansas,
That's what I wanted.
and on the back of it, it's going to say "Together We Did." Every single brewery that participates is going to be given the artwork for free, and we're going to have them buy shirts, whatever colors they want. So I'm guessing Wind Shift will be orange and gray. Ours will probably be gray and green.
Green and black.
Yeah, there you go. That kind of thing. And what we're going to ask everyone to do is to actually partner up with another affected business that is not a brewery. For example, a restaurant or a flower shop or someone who was actually shut down, who is struggling to reopen their doors to try and figure out what the hell they're going to do. So that is going to be a huge thing. I'd love to see 5,000 shirts, roll out the door from every brewery. It's going to be helping each brewery and another business. So that's another thing at the end of this that we're going to be putting out there.
That is absolutely fantastic, Matt. Good on you for that. That is
Anything
that is an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Will you throw like a link out on social media?
Yeah, so the plan is that this will go out when people are back to normal operations. Again, who we're going to kind of keep ours in the dark on who we're going to partner up with on this one. But we're going to ask every brewery to find someone in their community, someone in their local city, that was affected a little bit more significant, who wasn't able to keep their doors open at the moment. But basically, once we're all back to normal operations, we're going to run this to try and get those people the boost that they need, because a lot of people aren't going to be able to take on some of the loans that are being put out there and the rates that are coming with them. So the goal is just something to boost them up a little bit while they're definitely in need.
Yeah. Hey, seriously, give us a call, and anything we can do to help you guys out there.
We're going to be utilizing just about any and every printer that we can for this.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
That's one of the reasons we did the quarantine shirts too, was to keep our vendors working and doing something.
Yeah.
We're the same thing. We'd love to sell 1,000 shirts.
Yeah, that is,
and donate $700,000.
That is something that means a lot to us. Obviously, everyone knows someone that has it a little worse off than the others right now, and that's one of those where we definitely want to make sure we're doing everything we can to help out.
Absolutely, because one of our big times is festival season, of course. We sell some tents and swag and giveaways and can koozies and all that stuff. It's gone. I mean, it's just doesn't exist anymore right now.
Yeah, the events business is non-existent at this moment.
And we rolled into 2020 targeting breweries specifically and getting ready to do this big product launch for this catalog we're putting out, and send it out to everybody. And then boom. I'm like, all right, let's not mail that out quite yet. Hold on, just for a minute. So we're trying to figure out a way we can, on our end, help you guys out, because we don't want to spend money on can holders right now.
I'll talk to you about a tent, definitely, because we were in the market for a tent. We will need to be in one. And while I'm actually sitting here, shout out to Sam. That guy's gone above and beyond. We told him we're not getting ready. We're not furlough. We're not going to do anything. We're going to find a way to pay you out of our own damn pocket if we have to. And that, the effects on people like that are what a lot of people don't realize. A lot of people don't, they see a brewery that's still open, but unfortunately, like Bree said, she had to, she's on her own right now. Her assistant brewer, they can't pay. That's one of those that hits home to a lot of us, to say the very least. And fortunately, we are in a position where we said, we will pay Sam come hell or high water. He's been here every goddamn day canning. He has been here doing everything in his power to keep this place going forward. And like, as a token to him, he's been canning the entire time. Fuck him for the feedback, but he's been canning the entire time. Literally back there squeegeeing the floor after sanitizing and washing out the canner. He's creeping on that. Get to work, dude. He's literally one of the hardest working people I know, and just another prime example of someone who we came up and said, there's no fucking way that we are going to let you go down without us fighting like hell for this. Right. And that's another reason that the shirts exist. That's another reason for a lot of this. The whole essential operation is literally just to pump as much money back into the fucking beer community as we can. And it's very tough right now.
Well said and well done.
I think moving forward, that's what we're going to try to help you guys with, is to get you guys merch that you guys can resell. That can be a profit center for you guys, as opposed to a giveaway. Even if it's, a $2 or $3 item, you guys can sell for $5 or $6. Then it's a revenue stream for you guys. I think that's how we're going to try to. That's our shift.
Right.
To approach it with
and like with
other places.
To clarify something about the Together We Can event, and I've had to answer more questions about this. By the way, Darlene, nice chug there. I've had to answer so many more questions about this than I even wanted to initially. We aren't taking a dime from this. Like, there's no cut, there's no anything. The tips are split, the cash tips are split. 100% is all going out there, because while I love Sam and I do have a bias towards him, he's my guy. Every one of us has our guys. Like right now, I don't even want to know the hell on earth that Bree has without having her guy or her cellarman, and that's a real thing right now. So there's a reason that this is not. We're not cutting out of this. This is literally for everyone else. This is for everyone to try and continue moving their doors open.
We'll tell you, if you got your guys at your different breweries that you go to, or even if it's not a brewery, just help them out. If you can help out, like I'm lucky, I still have a job, so I got my people, and they're still my people, and I'm going to try to help them out as best I can.
Yeah, I mean, like looking around in this group, I think I know probably everyone. I don't know who DNA is, to be honest with you, but I know that everyone in here, minus Kenny, you're in Oklahoma, sorry, dude. Everyone here's probably attended or been to both Together We Cans, and everyone in here is generously tipped everyone in that group, which it's a huge help. It's a huge thing for us. So thank you guys.
So from what you were just talking about, so Matt had a suggestion.
Fire away.
He's listening, but it's my face.
Could we switch that?
Yeah, it's your face.
Worst case scenario. That's what you get. You're lucky the light hasn't, it's dark out, so I actually show up in the camera instead of
that's
a white spot there. So Matt suggested that the Together We Can shirt, like what Nigel has. He said it would be cool if you had like on the back or something, all of the brewery logos on there.
You missed that part of the conversation.
You weren't listening to that part.
Ghetto Santa Claus.
Again, we're going to need some kind of penalty mechanism in this.
That's a great idea. Matt McGee, great idea.
That's why we use Chris's face.
For what?
We were going to do that beforehand, but we're definitely going to do it now.
It's Matt's idea.
Yeah, we're crediting him. We're going to put Matt McGee in the middle of the shirt.
Hey, Matt.
There won't be room for any brewery logos.
Hey, Matt, DNA, they're from Oklahoma City. They met Kenny and I at a brewery. So they're just on hanging out. That's awesome.
DNA, I would like
Those are the ones we met at Anthem.
Yeah, I met them at Anthem. Thanks for popping on, guys. We appreciate it. Hell yeah.
Hey, Mac, maybe a little weird asking, but what do you guys have coming out here over the next couple of weeks? What kind of new beers? What are you putting together that we can look forward to picking up maybe the next Together We Can?
So most of our beers that we're brewing right now are either real quick turns or really long-term beers, because obviously the nature of the game that we're in right now. We just brewed another a Pilsner. We are bringing back Coffee Cake Cadian. We've also got an Irish Red that's going to be coming out. It's one of Devin and I's OG recipes. It's an Irish Red Pale Ale. Basically just bump the schedule up in there to kind of blend two styles together. It really speaks to what Devin and I love to do, which was just fuck up stuff. We will always continue to have TD and Juan. We're doing everything we can to try and keep some of that stuff. We also have a session stout coming out. As obviously some of you guys may have had our Imperial Milk Stout sitting at 15%. That's a pretty big beer to do right now. So we did a mini milk, which is going to be a smaller version of a milk stout. trying to pack as much flavor into it, but only keeping that ABV somewhere around the 6-ish mark. And then, yeah, just going forward, we do have a special one coming out, and I will throw a little shout out here, and that's Long Bell Pizza. Jason Agers is one of the hardest working fucking guys I know. And that dude is literally there cooking. He's literally delivering. Day and night, he's watching his restaurant literally struggle and going through, obviously, what times none of us predicted. We brewed a sour with Long Bell as a collaboration right before all this pandemic shit started, and it's now in a tank, and we're talking to Jason going, what the hell do we do with this thing now? We are going to be putting that out there for the next Together We Can event. We're going to make sure he has some to sell at his place. We're also working with him on how we can help him out to try and make sure he's got a little kickstart to get back open. They are currently open, but obviously business is very limited for them, as they're a lot more they're in a bigger struggle than we are for sure. With him only having the ability to actually have one or two guys there to do everything. So shout out to Long Bell, shout out to Jason Agers. Great dude. Again, that guy is there morning, night, everything. If I had to stab in the dark, it's 8:30. He's still there, probably making fucking pizzas. And he makes damn good.
I second that. He's a hardworking son of a bitch.
Yeah, and so stuff like that with that guy. That one's coming out, to answer your question a little bit, Ryan. And honestly, I'd have to go read every tank, but yeah, I know there's about three or four new beers back there right now. And again, the 3 or 4 that are back there that we intended for, and then there's a couple of kitchen sinks that we've had to kind of throw together due to the times.
It sounds great. It sounds exciting.
I'm looking forward to that red. I love it.
Yeah.
Love the reds.
I have a. Do I raise my hand?
Just say something.
I have a question. I have a question for Bree. Do you have any vanilla cream ale on tap or in cans available?
Bree must have left.
Nope, she's there.
She's right there.
Are you there?
Okay.
Did you hear? I don't know if she heard my question or not. Bree?
I'm in talk mode.
Bree, can you hear me?
She might
This
just be
has gotta
ignoring you.
just
Maybe
like
it's
every
someone
other
else.
interaction Chris Storms has.
Now I can. Sorry, something happened.
All right. Do you have any vanilla cream ale on tap?
The vanilla, yeah, it's on tap right now.
So available, cans, whatever?
Cans and squealers, if you have one to exchange.
What the hell?
Okay. I don't have one to exchange. I have one, but it's not from your brewery. I have multiple, but not from there. But I can come and get cans, though.
Cans of it, so.
Yes, I need to get out tomorrow, so I may drive up north and get some.
Chris, I might have a squealer from Big Rip that I'll check at home, and if one it's yours.
What is a squealer?
Is it Mac is
howler, it's a 32-ounce glass.
Oh, it's a squealer. That's what they call that shit?
Yeah.
That's
The smaller than the growler is a squealer. It's the glass.
Yeah, we're running really low right now, so Grandstand had to close for a couple weeks, so we're just waiting on our order
Is
to
this
come
a
through.
squealer?
There you go,
There
Nigel.
it
Is that a squealer?
is. Yeah, so
Yep.
we don't have like any new ones right now.
Yeah,
So
I
if you
should
have
have.
one to exchange.
I should have
So
done a
Mac,
screen
is
grab
that-
on that, Nigel. That would have been a good T-shirt. The squealer.
Mac, is that Big Rip squealer sitting there in your basement right next to my electric brew setup?
Running out of battery.
Now we know why he was muted.
Learn.
I bought that other setup. I need to sell that if you haven't sold it already.
I don't build systems if people don't learn. I don't want to fix it.
Can they still fill up glass? Can you still fill up glass growlers?
Dave
Us or
Templeman
free?
asked, can you still fill up glass growlers? Obviously, yeah. It's no different than a can, right?
Yeah.
Just sanitize it, or what?
I think Bree is doing a full swap out.
Yeah, swap. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's got to be yours because you're swapping it out.
Yeah, we're swapping out. I mean, if you want to wait like 30 minutes for us to run it through the dishwasher and then wait for it to cool off enough to fill beer in it, sure.
Right.
But, yeah.
Makes sense.
Bree, FYI, I'll be calling you later tonight.
Sorry, Bree. I brought attention to you that Mac's having to call you now.
Mac has to call me.
Apologize.
Hey, Boo Thing. It's mostly someone to talk to Rebecca.
He's back here.
She is the best goddamn host at a beer comp I've ever had. She knows it. She's the stewardess existing. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
Darlene, love your background, by the way.
A little stressed out and working a lot, so.
I understand.
Kenny, you haven't said a word all night. Kenny, what are you drinking, dude?
It's a new one from Prairie. It's called Buntastic.
Buntastic?
Yeah, it's made.
It's
made with carrot cake.
Ooh, that sounds really good.
Yeah, it's sweet.
We're all in Oklahoma this weekend.
13%, I think.
It's about bang on par for Prairie. Yeah.
That's the only thing close by my house.
She's shucky darns. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Well, you guys
I would
are
love to be near Prairie. That would be exciting.
you guys are 5 hours away, so.
Well, that's true.
There's a
That's
thing
true.
called. There's a thing
Oh,
called.
with that
Oh, no,
attitude.
you killed Kenny.
Hopefully in September, maybe.
Bastards.
Kenny, you need to come up here so we can try to kill you again.
Right?
Hopefully in September.
There we go.
Speaking of people to kill,
It took a turn.
That was a great segue. What? I didn't do it.
No, Mac was talking about people to kill.
Oh.
See, when I
thought he
come
was talking
up,
about
Mac
you.
makes me go to work.
Well,
That is true.
I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Or something.
I come up to visit, and Mac puts me to work.
There you go.
we didn't do a damn thing. We drink
Bombs, by
beer.
the way. This is making me very happy.
Well, you know, Mac keeps talking about all the people that work so hard. That's so Mac doesn't have to.
Guys, I'm gonna have to bow out. Nigel, good show. Mac, thanks for stopping by and talking to us a little bit. Everybody else, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. You have been listening to Beers with Nigel, a show about beer and other stuff, hosted by Nigel Woodbury and that other guy, Nick Parker. Beers with Nigel is a proud member of the Fredcast Network, and it's available on your favorite podcast apps. Connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Beers with Nigel.